Here's how to reconnect with your partner in just 10 minutes today. I'm going to give you 7 simple changes that actually work when you're exhausted and overwhelmed with motherhood. First quick win. Text your partner one specific thing you appreciate about them right now. Not thanks for everything. Something specific like, thanks for making coffee this morning. This takes 30 seconds and makes them want to help you more. It works every time. Next, when they come home, give them 15 minutes. Before asking for anything, I know you're desperate for relief, but this prevents the evening meltdown with your marriage. Then ask for your turn. This simple timing change stops so many fights. Here's why this matters. Your relationship after kids doesn't have to feel like survival mode. You can feel connected again. Without grand gestures or date nights you don't have energy for. Let me show you 5 more ways that take minutes, not hours, and actually make a difference. Third strategy for your marriage. Ask for what you need in one clear sentence. Instead of "you never help with bedtime and I'm exhausted," try, "Can you handle bedtime tonight so I can take a bath?" Specific requests get results. Vague complaints don't. Your partner wants to help. They just need clear instructions for parenting. Fourth, put phones away for 10 minutes daily. And ask about their day, not about kids or chores, about them as a person. This rebuilds intimacy faster than anything else with motherhood. 10 minutes of focused attention beats hours of distracted time together. But here's what most couples miss. Fifth strategy for love after kids. Use their love language, but make it automatic. If they need physical touch, set a phone reminder to hug them when they walk in. If they need words of affirmation, text them one appreciation while they're at work. If they need acts of service, do one small thing without being asked. Love languages only work when they're consistent habits, not random acts in your marriage. Most couples wait until they feel loving to act loving. That's backwards. Loving actions create loving feelings, not the other way around. When you're not feeling it, that's when these small gestures matter most with motherhood. You're investing in your connection, not pretending everything's fine. And speaking of investment, sixth strategy for relationship after kids. The Sunday marriage chicken. That prevents big blow-ups. Spend 5 minutes talking about what worked well this week and what felt hard. Not to blame, just to understand each other's experience with parenting. This catches small issues before they become big resentment. Look, I know you're thinking, I don't have time for all these strategies, but fighting and feeling disconnected takes way more energy. You're already spending time on your relationship, just not in helpful ways. These strategies redirect that energy toward connection instead of conflict in motherhood. 5 minutes of intentional connection saves hours of frustration. But there's one more thing that changes everything. Seventh strategy for marriage after baby. Assume good intentions, especially when you're triggered. When they're late coming home, your tired mom brain assumes they don't care. But what if they hit traffic or stop to grab groceries? Before you react, take a breath and ask, what's the most generous explanation? This one shift stops so many unnecessary arguments in motherhood. When you're sleep deprived, your brain looks for threats everywhere, but your partner isn't the threat. Exhaustion is. You're both doing your best with limited resources. These strategies help you work together instead of against each other. Now here's the reality check you need. Let's be real about what to expect when you try these marriage tips. Your relationship won't transform overnight. Change takes time with parenting. Start with just one strategy for a week. Master it, then add another. Small, consistent changes beat dramatic efforts that don't last in motherhood. Some days you'll nail it. Other days you'll forget everything and snap at each other. That's normal. Progress isn't perfection. What matters is getting back to these practices when you remember. Your marriage is like a plant. It doesn't need perfect care, just consistent care. A little water every day beats flooding it once a month. And here's something no one tells you about love after kids. It doesn't look like the movies anymore. It looks like small daily choices. It's making coffee without being asked. It's saying thank you for taking out trash. It's giving each other grace on the hardest days of motherhood. This kind of love is actually deeper than the butterflies and date nights version, because this love chooses to show up, even when it's hard. When you're both exhausted and still find ways to care for each other with parenting. That's not settling, that's growing up together. And it's beautiful in a way that movies can't capture. So what's your next step? Here's your action plan for this week. Pick one strategy from today that felt most doable for you. Maybe it's the specific appreciation text. Maybe it's the 15-minute decompression rule for your marriage. Do that one thing for 7 days, that's it. Don't try to overhaul your entire relationship this week. Just focus on building one new habit. That makes both of your lives easier with motherhood. After a week, if it feels natural, add another strategy. If it doesn't feel natural yet, stick with it another week. Slow and steady wins this race. You're not competing with anyone else's timeline in parenting. And remember this. Remember, you chose each other for good reasons. Those reasons are still there, just buried under diapers and sleep deprivation. These strategies help you rediscover what you already have. You don't need to rebuild your marriage from scratch. You just need to clear away the exhaustion and overwhelm so you can see each other again. And when you do, you'll realize something amazing. Going through hard things together doesn't weaken love. It deepens it. You're not just surviving parenthood together. You're becoming stronger together. Start with one small step today. Your future selves will thank you. This completes our Motherhood Journey series. We've walked through the hardest parts together, from questioning if you're failing as a mom, to regretting motherhood, to hating your new life, and finally rebuilding your marriage after kids. If you've watched all 5 episodes, you've been on a journey from the darkest moments to real solutions. That takes courage. Upcoming, we're switching gears completely and sharing 6 tantrum stoppers that work in 60 seconds. Because let's be honest, while fixing your relationship, you still need to handle those toddler meltdowns. Subscribe so you don't miss these quick parenting hacks. And tell me in the comments, what's your biggest toddler challenge right now?